We are going to make some things happen. I just want to check on our technology team. Can you let me know if we are streaming? I want to make sure you get to see this and I don't get to talk to myself through this whole training. So I want to make sure it's popped up there for you guys. Is it coming in? Is day one streaming for you? Let's see. It should be. Are you there? Are you there? No, I don't see you. Let me refresh one more time. As we get started, we're getting started on day one here. Oh, I think we're here. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yay, we're here. All right. So thank you for that extra minute to get settled. Welcome to Kiss Your Struggles Goodbye, Create a Life You Love 4-day mini course. I'm so incredibly excited that you're here. I'm honored that you're here, and I don't take it lightly. I know that you can be spending your time anywhere you want right now, and you are here with me. So I'm excited that I'm honored, actually, that you are here. Let me check one more thing. And we are getting started. There we go. All right. So I'm honored and excited that you are here with me today. And I know that the fastest way to healing, the fastest way to create a life you love is to reconnect with yourself, So I'm your host and your coach, Brenda Kiss. I'm going to be here as well as my team supporting you all week, helping you get the most out of this mini course. And here's what I ask from you. Hopefully you watched some of the comments below. Some of the days before, so that you are fully prepared, right? So I'm going to ask you to play full out. Now, I know I can't see you, and I know you can see me, but I can't see if you're doing 10 other things at one time while you're here, or if you're being present, or if you're driving. You know, the universe brought us together for a reason. I'm not sure what that reason is yet. I'm sure you're not sure what that reason is yet, but something in your heart, something within inside of you had you say yes. You agree? Drop yes down if you agree. Something in your heart, something within you had you say, yes, I'm in. Let me do it. Let me sign up. Let me be here. And so I'm going to ask you to play full out. Let me turn off my noisemakers. I'm going to ask you, if you see me looking over here, it's the comments. I see Rhonda, Dawn, Shelly. Yes. Something in here asked you to say yes. Something said within yourself said, how'd you say yes? And so I'm going to ask you to play full out. This isn't a sit and listen to 4-day course, right? Knowledge without action is knowledge. Knowledge plus action is transformation. So I'm going to be asking you to take some action to transform your life so that you can truly have the life you want, right? And I see some of you already taking action, posting in the welcome post and the countdown post and the accountability post for your partner. You're already, by showing up, by committing, by putting yourself out there, you're already starting your transformational process. And based on your shares and on what you're sharing, I'll kind of create the content for you. Last time I ran this mini course, I ended up doing a pop-up class based on what some of the people were sharing. So share. This is for you. This experience is for you. So grab your journal. If you haven't grabbed your journal, you want to message team@brendakiss.com or shoot them a message over on the Facebook page, BKiss Team Facebook page, and send them a message so that you get your journal. You may not understand everything I go through today, and that's okay. Just give yourself permission to go with it, to trust it, to be open to the process, so that you can get what you need to create a life you love, right? So trust the process, play full out, Commit right now of putting the times, the dates, and your energy into this 4 days together. Because as you do that, things will miraculously unfold. I was just reading to my team today. I just had someone message me saying, by participating in your workshops, she's gotten sober, and she's living her life. She said she's never had so many things that helped her take action than she has in the past. So listen, you get to do that for yourself. You get to take action. I've had multiple people reach out to me many times sharing how this 4 days have begun to change their life. So you get to do that too. You get to play full out. You get to be all in. So if I'm asking you to stand, stand. If I'm asking you to close your eyes, close your eyes. If I'm asking you to dance silly, dance silly. And it's really for you. My intention over these next 4 days is to help you release the past, help you to release the past so that you can create a life right now. And we are offering bonus prizes for those that show up live. And for those that show up live, we'll put you in an entry, and you will be called, shared with the next day what your prize is. And so it pays to be here. It pays to be here live, because you're going to be able to win some really cool tools that I share with my clients. You'll be able to have some of them. I'll be going through this process with you, and I'll also be offering opportunities to work deeper with us as well. So pay attention so you can take advantage of those opportunities. These are first come, first serve. But this week is really about you. It's about you and taking time to help yourself. How many out there of you, how many of you right now do so much for others and then you forget about yourself? Just say me. I do for others and I forget about myself. I forget about me. And so this is an opportunity to put you first. You know what? Things are going to come up for you this week. Things are going to happen, and you're going to make excuses not to show up. And I invite you to look at that. That's your resistance. That's your ego. That's your ego sharing with you, oh, I don't want to be here. Oh, let's not learn that. Let's move else. Let's do something else, right? So you want to really be present, really be tuned into, oh my gosh, my mom needs me today. I got to go here, or my kids need me, or I got to help out here. That stuff's going to come up, but you made a commitment. You said yes to you. You signed up. So stay committed. Give yourself permission to be with you this week. 4 days. 4 days, only an hour a day or less. So this course is for you if you want even more confidence, more self-love, better relationships and communications, and beliefs, even better beliefs around creating abundance in your life. If that's you, say, heck yes, that's me. Heck yes. What you can expect are tools and resources and healings to help you to receive things that you want in your life. You will be fully supported by myself and my team. We have a team of women here supporting you. So you could write questions to the BKISS team, and we'll get back. We'll have Angelica and Sherry will also be here. Irish will be here, as well as Charlotte will be popping in and out of the Facebook group to support you. So you have a team of women here supporting you through this. Lean on us and let us help you. So if you're ready, say, heck yes, I'm here. I'm ready. I got it in my schedule. You want to grab an accountability partner. Irish, if you could drop in the link accountability partner, the accountability partner link, so people can get matched up. Now, the accountability is for you. It's for you to hold yourself accountable and to have someone to help hold accountable. So accountability is one of the keys to success. So I invite you to make sure you post in there, connect with somebody, really hold each other accountable for showing up, for being present, for participating, making some new friends along the way as well. So you want to grab that wherever that link is going to be dropped in the chat here. But you can go and find it in the guide section of the Facebook group, so that you grab an accountability accountability partner. So if you have a partner, drop partner already, so I can see how many of you have a partner. If you don't, you want to go ahead and do that so that you can grab a partner. This is going to be a lot of great information, a lot of great things coming up and moving through. So you want to have someone to walk through it with you. And if you're too shy to ask a stranger, bring a friend. Go invite a friend, right? So the fastest way to healing is to reconnect with yourself. So often people talk about their problems, complain to friends about their problems, or they think they can, if they just fix, oh, if I fix my weight, if I had more money, if I had more time, if I had better relationships, I'll be happy. Or you look to do everything for everyone, which really stops you, because women are, in our DNA, is meant to work together, to be part of a sisterhood, to really be lifted and supported. When you doubt yourself, or you need help processing your feelings. So when you're talking about your problems, and you're looking to fix something outside of you, you're actually very disconnected from what your truth is. That's everything out there is creating what's in here, and that gives you no responsibility for your own life, right? So if politics, or the pandemic, or all of these things out here are controlling you, that means you are playing the victim in this world, and you aren't taking responsibility, or even acknowledging the powerful creator, the powerful being that you truly, truly are. So we're going to start today about stepping into that power, and how you do that. One of the first ways to do that is to tune into yourself, to really tune into you, yourself, and you. I say tuning into me, myself, and I, right? That's the title of today's talk. And so becoming present, being in the moment of life, living here, not thinking about the future, not worrying about the past, but in this moment, what do you get to create? In this moment, what do you get to have for yourself? Right? What happens when you stay outside of yourself, when you let circumstances, life happen? You get disconnected. You get disconnected from your true essence, from your soul. What do I mean by that is that you begin living in the world of shoulds. Anybody live in the world of shoulds? Drop should down. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I speak here? Should I go here? Should I sleep? Should I eat? Should I do this? Should I take a rest? Should I work? Should I own my own business, or should I stay in my job? Shoulds. So you live in the world of shoulds instead of what your heart truly wants. And you do that out of fear, out of doubt, out of being disconnected, because you're not connected with your heart. You're not connected with who you are. So you live out there in this uncertainty, where you get to create certainties within your heart. You live life as everything is happening to you, and you become the victim of your story. You become the victim of the world of hurt. Anybody relate to me? I mean, I lived there for a long time. You're afraid to take action, and or you're afraid to do the things that you truly want to do. Do you ever want to do something so bad, and yet fear overcomes you? It's because you're living so disconnected from your heart. So we got to bring you back in. You got to come back in here. Your life begins to build up. You live life for everybody else, and you start to build up resentment, anger, overwhelm, stress. Who's relating? Who's saying me? I can relate. I can relate. Drop it in the comments. Let me see some. Come on in. Yeah. I see people saying yes, shoulds, yes. I mean, I had a client that all she wanted to be when she was growing up. There is an 8-minute delay, 8-second delay. So I'm just pausing sometimes to see you guys catch up. I had a client once who came to me. She was a stay-at-home mom, and her dream in life was to be a mom. That's all. Like, if you were to ask her what she wanted to do when she was a little girl, all she would say was, I want to be a mom. I want to be a mom. And so she became a stay-at-home mom. She lived her dreams. She felt, she intended her life, and her days were what happened was her days were filled with doing everything for her children. She was their player, her playmate. She put them to sleep. She fed them. She made their phone. She took them to places. She homeschooled them. She showed up 110% of them, and left no room for herself or her relationship with her husband, being quite honest. And the one thing that she wanted most in her life ever was to be a mom. And because she gave everything to them, because she put all of her heart and soul into their life and what they wanted and their needs, she began to resent her children. And it wasn't until she began to tune into her needs, coming back into her heart, that she realized what her wants and desires was. And then when she began to really start to tune into her wants and her desires, she began to fully love her life of being a stay-at-home mom, loved her children and enjoyed her kids again, and really appreciated her life. So maybe it's not your kids that you're putting all your thing in. Maybe it's a relationship. Your life is all about this one other person. And if this one other person doesn't show up the way you want them to, your life is over. Or if they leave you, your life is done, right? Maybe it's a family member, a mom or a dad or a sibling. Most people do this, take care, put all their energy into somebody or something else to get love and connection, which is our number one human need. You do more for others than you do for yourself, and you put the things you want on your back burner. And what that does is it starts to put layers and layers and layers on top of your heart. Drop below R if you can relate. If you're living for everybody else, you're putting the needs of everybody else in front of you. And you can drop R, not just for relate, but if you are, you have resentment. And so what we're going to talk about today is how to tune into yourself, your wants, your needs, your desires to create a life you love. If you're living for others, you cannot. I'm not saying you can't still do for others. I still love my kids and I still do for my kids, and I still am there for my kids and my family and my husband, probably more now than I ever was. Because when you show up with resentful, you're not really fully present. You're angry and you're ruminating over those thoughts while you're still trying to work with somebody and be present for somebody else. It doesn't work that way. So now that I get to take care of me, and then my relationships even improve even more. So for those that don't know you, hi, I'm Brenda Kiss. I'm a transformative Neuro Reiki master, helping you release your traumas, your blocks, the feelings of needing to do more to be worthy so that you can kiss your struggles goodbye. I use my KISS method, which brings in the power of neuroscience, energy healing, and spirituality together to help you create lifelong transformation so that you can love the life you live right here, right now. And I help you to reconnect with your heart so you can live in happiness and joy. During this course together, during this week together, you're going to release some old and stuck emotions. How's that sound? Drop down if you're excited to let go of some of the old crap that's been bogging you down, right? Excited, or give me an emoji or something like that. Remember, playful out, engaged. The engagement is for you to tell the universe that you are here for transformation. Yes, it gives me energy and it lets me know where you're at, but it really is for you to put your intention into the world, into the universe, right? So during this course, we're going to release old and stuck of emotions. You're going to gain tools and techniques to live an even happier life. They're going to be simple yet super powerful daily practices to shift the way you feel in any moment, allowing you to handle any challenge or any problem that comes up quickly, even better than you have in the past. You will gain clarity and the ability to see things from a greater perspective. You'll open your heart to live a life of happiness, to be the best role model for your friends, your family, or your children. You will feel confident and more empowered. Using these tools and the knowledge you learn will allow you to become more peaceful. Have more fun. Who wants more fun in their life? Woohoo! Better to have deeper and develop even deeper, more fulfilling relationships, and have a greater sense of self-worth, owning who you are than you could ever imagine before than you did right now. So as we get started into the lesson for today, just take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, breathe in and out. Breathe in again and out. Last grounding breath in. Make it the slowest, deepest breath of the day. And out. With your eyes closed, just imagine right now. You get to intend, you get to put out into the universe what you want in these next 4 days. And as you do that, Allow yourself to dream bigger. Allow yourself to open up to more possibilities. Open up to a new thought, a new belief, a new feeling. And as you do that, an intention is something that you want to happen, something that you want to happen, but you state it as if it's already happening. Like I'm creating happiness in my life. I'm creating joy in my life. You want to declare it as if it's already happening. I'm creating my future by letting go of my past. So as you set this intention, what are you creating? What are you letting go of? What are you healing so that you can step into your future? What is it that you want? And then drop below, I'm creating this for myself, whatever this is. I'm creating this. I am creating love. I'm creating happiness. I'm creating joy. Whatever you're creating, drop that in. Let me see if I can read some. What do we got here? What are we creating? Let's go. I am creating what? I don't see anything. Did my computer freeze? Oh, there we go. I'm creating happiness and joy. Yes, I'm creating happiness forever. I love it. Awesome. Yeah, keep them coming in. I'm creating greater confidence and letting go of the feeling of unworthiness. Awesome. I'm creating space to heal from my divorce. I love it. So I'm creating peace, joy, and love. You want to attach I am. I am is stronger than I'm. I'm creating inner peace. Love it. Yes. Girls rock. Love it. So one of the keys to creating the life you love is the power of tuning into me, myself, and I, you, yourself, and you, right? And what do I mean by that? You get to know you. You get to know you, and I know that can be scary for some of you who've blocked some stuff up, but you get to know you to create a life you love. Yes, see everything you have, everything within you to live a life you love and heal yourself. And one way to access your answers is by tuning into you. And I know it can be feeling scary to understand yourself, or maybe even overwhelming, or maybe feel impossible. I mean, I know that was the truth for me. I was so numb and closed off. I thought it was even impossible to get to know myself. And, so much so, I remember when somebody asked me to do that, like to tune into myself. I felt so disconnected. I felt frustrated and overwhelmed. I couldn't even tell if I was hungry. See, I had an eating disorder, and somebody said to me, just eat when you're hungry, because I ate for every single emotion, right? I was eating myself through life. I was eating my feelings, happiness, sad, frustrated, lonely, tired. Who else eats their emotions? If you don't eat your emotions, maybe you do something else like shop or deal with other people's problems, or I had a couple alcohol, and I remember someone saying to me, just eat when you're hungry. And I was just like, wow, I am so disconnected from myself. I have no idea when I'm hungry. I have no idea if I'm feeling hungry. I actually had a client that I once worked with. She used to eat to her watch. Her Apple Watch would tell her, okay, it's been a few hours, eat now. So when that stuff happens, even the walking, like get up and move, like that's being disconnected from yourself, from who you are. So in order to create a life you love, you must first tune in to yourself and what lies in your subconscious in order to release frustration, overwhelm, and guilt. And if you're following in the journal, here we go. In order to release frustration, overwhelm, and guilt, you must uncover your hidden stories, your buried feelings, and unprocessed emotions. In order to do that, the first step is to tune into you. So how do we begin to tune into yourself? For someone that's so disconnected and so far away, I'm so far away from myself, what can you do? So there's a few steps, and we're going to dive into one of these. So I'm going to talk briefly about a couple, and then we're going to dive further into one of them. One of my most favorite tools is to really tune into your breath. Do heart-centered breathing, right? So take your hands, place them on your heart, close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in and out. Another breath in. See, breath is life, breath is vitality, breath is energy. And out. One more breath in. And out. See, most people know that breath is life, right? Like if you didn't have breath, you would die. But what you don't realize is when you're holding on to stuff from the past, when you're in overwhelmed or you're in stress or you're in frustration or anger, you actually contract your breath and you begin to breathe really shallow and fast, right? Like that is an angry or frustrated breath unless you're working out. But what happens is you forget to do that. So just beginning to remember throughout the day to bring some heart-centered breathing into your body. When you do that by placing your hands in your heart and taking these 3 deep breaths, you're actually releasing endorphins, and endorphins make you happy, and it helps you become present because you're not worried or thinking about anything else. You're in the moment. It's one of my favorite go-to tools. Now it's going to help you in the moment. And then there's stuff, obviously, you still need to release the past, but it's going to give you a space to come into the moment. And when you're in the moment, then you can start to realize what's real, what you're really feeling, what you're really thinking, what's really happening, right? Another tool in getting present or grounded or into the moment or tuning in is by stillness and quiet, being quiet, sitting in stillness and quietness starts even for 1 minute, starts by putting all the distractions away, put everything away, just sit and quiet for 1 minute and see what you notice. What are you hearing? What are you smelling? What are you noticing in that quiet? It's going to give you clues. Your body is your biggest messenger. Everybody looks outside themselves for all of their answers. But the moment you tune in, the moment, and you can't tune in if you're constantly busy, constantly doing, have noise. I had a client that she slept with the TV on, got ready with music on, drove to her work with music, had noise at the office all day, drove home in her car with music, and then went to bed with her TV on. She had zero quiet time. Zero quiet time. She could not get in tune with herself because there was so much noise in her body, in her environment. How much noise is in your environment? Because if there's a lot of noise, you're blocking yourself. There's something you don't want to see or something you don't want to hear. So you want to get quiet. You want to find stillness. You can do it with your eyes open or closed. It doesn't matter. Another way to tune is through grounding, becoming present, being in the moment. You can do that by being in nature, being outside. I like to use my 5 senses. What do I see? Like, what are you seeing right now? Just tell me, what is something you're noticing right now in this moment? Look around your room. What do you notice? What is it? For me, I see my goals in front of me. I see my angels over there. I see I have a rack of clothes. So I'm looking at my clothes that I purchased last year, and I see a rain stick. Like it. So if I'm looking at all that stuff, I'm not thinking about other things. It's a way to get into the moment, right? And then you do that with your smell. What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you hear? Right? If I sit quietly for a moment, I hear my vent. I can hear me swallowing. That's about all I hear. But do you notice how it just pulls you into the moment? You can also do meditations. different types of meditations. Everybody there thinks that there's like the quiet, sit still, quiet meditations, but they're guided meditations, they're quiet meditations, they're music meditations or affirmative meditations, there's walking meditations, meditations about being in the moment. So whatever works for you, whatever helps your mind slow down, whatever helps your mind get into the moment, into this moment. And the last one I want to mention that I really want to dive in today, because this was a game changer for me, was learning your chakras. The most powerful way to tune in by far. And what is a chakra? I had no idea once what it was, like years ago. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was real or whatever. But once I learned about the chakras, it was a game changer. It helped me tune into different parts of my body, my emotional body, my physical body, my spiritual body, my energetic body, my mental body. It helped me understand everything so that I could know what's going on. Like your body tells you what's going on. If you have a lot of pain in your body, your physical body, that means there's a lot of emotional pain that you're carrying on, right? And so it is an indication for what's happening for you, what's going on in your life. So stay open to this. Be curious. Even if you don't understand what chakras are, just be curious for a moment through this process, what they are, to see if it gives you some indication on what's going on in your life, right? So, chakras are energy vortexes, and they're located actually down our spine. And I imagine them going this way, right? And these energy vortexes, as they're spinning, they create a frequency. And the way we vibrate, the frequency that we vibrate at is what we attract, what we bring into our lives. So if a chakra is not vibrating at the proper frequently, it brings in different things into your life. And so we want to look at each chakra and understand them so that you can bring them into harmony, so that you can vibrate at a frequency to attract the things that you want to attract in your life. Whatever you have going on in your life right now, you've attracted it through your frequency, through your vibration. Whatever you have going on in your life, you've attracted it due to the frequency, the vibrational frequency you are. And so this is an opportunity for you to look at, okay, well, what's off, what's working, what's not working in my life, and what's off, and how can I adjust it so that you can begin to raise your frequency, raise your vibration to a higher frequency to attract joy and happiness. And we'll learn a little bit about that. I don't know what day, tomorrow or Wednesday. So there's 7 main chakras. That we're going to go over today. There's lots of chakras, but we're going to go over the 7 main chakras. I'm going to go over the chakra and then give you a tool. So as I go over them, I want you to drop in the chat the chakra that we are, if it relates to you. So if I'm the first chakra that we're going to talk about is the root chakra. The root chakra is for grounding. It's about being present. It's about living in the moment. It's about knowing you're safe, feeling secure, feeling balanced, feeling stable. So if your root chakra is, it's in your pelvic area, and it's associated with the color red. So if your root chakra is out of balance, you could be literally stuck, planted so strong, like you don't see any possibilities. You don't know how to move forward. You are literally planted in the ground and cannot move. Or you could be bouncing around all over the place, barely have your foot in the ground, always busy, doing, and not ever in the moment. You can also have problems, eating disorders, sleeping challenges, financial challenges, as well as relationship challenges, all start in the root chakra. So if the root chakra seems like it's your chakra that's out of balance, and the way things get out of balance is through negative thinking, through traumas, through past traumas, through accidents or physical accidents, mental accidents or mental traumas, things like that, chemicals, thinking negative thoughts, hanging out with negative people, being in an environment that is a low vibrational frequency can actually put blockages in your chakras. And when you put blockages in them, they don't vibrate at the frequency that brings in greater feelings and emotions. So if the root chakra is your chakra, drop down root. I just want to see how many root chakras are here. If the root chakra is your chakra, drop down root. Drop it down. Okay. So as we move into the sacral chakra, thank you. If we move into the sacral chakra, that's associated with the color orange. It's just below your belly button. So this is where we house our emotional center, our creativity, our fun, our femininity. So if any of those areas seem off, like if you lack fun, if your emotions are all over the place, or if your emotions are numb, this chakra's for you. Or if you feel like you're not creative. We are creative beings. We are meant to create. We create life. We create action. We create realities. We are creative beings. So if your creativity feels like it's lacking, it's in here. You also, if your emotions are all over the place and you don't process your emotions, or you don't understand your emotions, this is the chakra for you. Also, if you have hips, lower stomach, or lower intestinals and lower back area, the sacral chakra is the chakra that you really want to tune in. So for the root chakra, the exercise I want to give you is the grounding exercise, really using your 5 senses to tune in, like taking a pause throughout the day and really rooting yourself into the moment with your 5 senses. If the sacral chakra is your chakra, guess what you get to do? You get to have fun or do something creative. And I know if this chakra is out of balance for you, you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to be creative. I don't know how to fun. Just imagine when you were a little girl, what does she like to do for fun? For me, I love to play dress up. So I would go play dress up, right? Or I loved to, I would say that was probably my biggest thing, but I love to color. I love to wear makeup and jewelry and things like that. So, or you can have something that's fun. Just make up a game. It's so simple, right? So just make up a game. The root chakra is associated with nature. The sacral is associated with water. So actually drinking water and being around water also helps bring harmony to the sacral chakra. The next is the solar plexus. Now the solar plexus is where our ego lies, and it's where we have a lot of rules on ourselves. Like we have to have so many things in order to make so many things happen in order to like be happy, right? In order to be happy, I have to get this done. I got 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 to do this. Or I have to feel great all the time. It just has a lot of different rules that we have on ourselves. The solar plexus is about your personal power. It's about feeling confident. It's about your inner wisdom. It's like owning you. So you can tell if this chakra is out of balance if you lack confidence, you lack your self-esteem is low, you are uncertain about yourself, you're in a lot of self-doubt. This is your chakra. It could also be the other way, like where you're egotistical, and I don't mean egotistical where you're putting other people down or things like that, but where you think like, this was my chakra I worked on, you're like a know-it-all. I know everything. Nobody needs to help me. I could do it all myself. I'm good. I don't need anybody. I got this. Like, it's like you just put everything, everybody else's information and advice just goes over here, and you were fully, I got this. I know what to do. I can handle it, right? It's associated with the color yellow. And one of the best tools, again, with that heart centering breathing tool, and this tool is one of the best tools that you can do daily to help yourself. So you want to stand up, right? You want to stand up. You don't want to cut your face off. You want to put your hands behind your like right by, like Superwoman, like right at your upper buttocks. Shoulders back, chin slightly up. And it's called an empowerment stance. And when you stand this way for 3 minutes or longer, it was a study done. I'm going to sit down so you can hear me. It was a study done by Harvard, but if you did it for 3 minutes or more, you actually bring empowerment into that moment. You get stronger. And in fact, when you're doing that, you're actually opening up all of your chakras. You're pulling your shoulders back, chin slightly going up, so you're opening your throat. And you just take 3 minutes, and it doesn't even have to be 3 minutes at a time. It could be 3 minutes throughout the day, and you will still have the same impact, right? As if you did it 3 minutes in a row. So that's a great way to begin to open up your solar plexus, to begin to build confidence, to begin to stand in your power and own yourself. So I love that. I love the empowerment stance. The next one is your heart chakra. The heart chakra is about giving and receiving. It's about feeling trust. It's about being open. It's about forgiveness. So if you're holding on to anger and resentment, if you don't trust people, if you feel closed off, if you really don't know who you are, you don't know your identity, this chakra is out of balance. When it's open, you feel free, you feel giving, you feel loving, you feel kind, you feel that you can contribute to the world and you can receive wonderful things in your life. So if you're not where you're at and your heart is blocked, there's many things to do for the heart chakra, but one of my favorite tools that you can use is what's called the Ho'oponopono prayer. Let me see if I can grab this right here and share it with you guys, because the Ho'oponopono prayer, you can look it up, but that's how you spell it. It's in the chat. It's a great Hawaiian prayer that really works on the concept that you are responsible for your world. The circumstances are not. You're responsible, and that you get to release the energy around you and whatever the circumstance is. I've used that prayer many times on many different levels, and it is absolutely amazing. The Ho'oponopono prayer really helps, and it's 4 sentences. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And as you use those, it's such a powerful tool. Now, I know people think, well, if somebody hurt me, why am I saying sorry? Right? Like if somebody hurt you or, did something to you, why are you apologizing? You're not necessarily apologizing to the person. You're apologizing to the universe for bringing whatever energy into this world to create that. So it's a powerful prayer. If you have a lot of anger and a lot of resentment, you want to really begin to do some forgiveness work. You cannot create a life you love if you're holding on to anger and resentment. It's impossible. There's not enough. There's so many layers, too many layers on your heart to let your heart open up to really enjoy the abundance that is provided for us, the abundance that you have, right? So the heart is associated with the color green. As we go into the throat chakra is light blue. This is your ability to express yourself for what you want and what you don't want, to express your beliefs in an authentic, honest, real, loving, kind way. And it also comes down to boundaries, setting healthy boundaries, your ability to say no when you want to say no and yes when you want to say yes. And no, by the way, is a complete sentence. No. It needs no further explanation. When you start defending yourself, that goes back to the solar plexus, not thinking you're enough, not owning your power, right? So the throat chakra, one of the exercises that you could do for the throat chakra is practice to saying no when you want to say no, and yes when you want to say yes. Your throat chakra, you can tell if it's out of balance, if you are holding back, biting your tongue, not expressing yourself, afraid to share your thoughts, your beliefs, or your stories. Or if you're over talking people, you don't give other people opportunity to say anything, or you talk like this and there's a lot of you can your throat chakra is out of balance, right? So drop down throat, heart, what other one? Solar plexus, if those all relate to you, I forgot to ask you. The next is your third eye. Your third eye is your ability to see your future, the ability to not just see your future, but to see your future self, who you want to be, who you want to become, what's possible for you. It's about possibilities. It's about dreaming. It's about visualizing. It's about creating where you want to go. So when that is blocked, you feel stuck. You feel like you don't know who you are. You don't know where you want to go. You have your dreams and your goals. They're kind of there, but there's no attachment to them because you don't believe it's possible anymore. Or the opposite, you live in dream world, right? Like you live in this idea of like, oh, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this and I can do this, but there's no reality. There's no action behind it. It's kind of like you're floating through life and you just have all these dreams and goals and they're like up here you're up here in the atmosphere, and you're like, where am I? How do I get them? There's no attachment to the earth to bring them forth. So one of the best ways to balance your third eye is to use positive affirmation. So I would create 10 positive affirmations on who you are, who you want to become, like whoever it is that you want to become, but state it in the present, like I am, like we talked about earlier, I am creating. And so you want to put it in the present moment, your affirmations. So that's a great tool to help your third eye to really declare who you are and where you want to go. Like, I'm creating this, or I am happy, I am joy, I am fun, I'm excitement. All the things that you said you were creating, you can own them as an I am statement. Then you go to the last one, is the crown chakra, which is right here. And that is your connection to your higher self, or God, or source, or divine, or energy, or universal energy, or mother nature, whatever it is. But your connection where you feel guided, directed, and protected. Like you have like this certainty, this knowing that everything in life is going to be great when that crown chakra is open. When it's not, you feel depressed, you might feel stuck, you might feel lost, not confused, not certain, not certain, not knowing where to go, that type of thing. Have no faith, like you've lost faith in yourself, you lost faith in the world, you lost faith in God or the universe, if you had a belief in that to begin with. So your crown chakra, when it's open, there is no worry, no fear, no doubt, because you are fully tapped in, and you know that whatever you do, things are going to work out. So one of the best ways is to detox your thoughts through meditation. And we already talked about meditation, finding a meditation practice that works for you. So what did your chakras tell you about you? Drop it in the comments. Let me read. Learning about these chakras, what did it tell you? What did it? Oh, I want to bring that in. All of them. I'm thinking all of them. So I want to say this, and that's common. There's a lot of people that say, oh my God, Brenda, you talked about these. They're all my chakras, all of them. I'm so messed up. There's nowhere for me to go. And the truth is, what happens is when one chakra is out of balance, it affects the chakra above or below. And then when they become out of balance, it affects the one below them or above them. Right? So yes, when you have one out of balance, it actually can have a ripple effect and make them all out of balance. So I invite you to look at, where's the one or two that really spoke to you? That was like, holy crap, this is the one, or these are the two, right? So if you do that and you start working there, it may automatically begin to shift the other chakras. You may still have to do other chakra work, but I'm just saying, it's typically, if there's one or two that are out, it impacts the rest of them, right? Okay, so your growth work, not homework, right? You can choose or choose not, but I'm assuming that you're all here. I'm hallucinating. You are here to grow. You're here to change. You're here to create something in your life, right? So your growth work today is to discover what your chakras are telling you, and pick one exercise to use today as we went to bring that chakra into balance. So whatever chakra it is, I hear, I read someone said root and heart. So what are the exercises that I shared around root and heart that you can bring into your practice today, into your life, and start doing those exercises to see what you notice different about yourself? What do you notice that's shifting for yourself? And what you look for, you find. So if you say nothing's changing, it's because you're looking for nothing. But if you start to take small distinctions and you start to look at, I feel slightly different. That's true. Or, this is actually helping me. Then you can start to build on that and begin to change your perspective. When you change your perspective, your reality starts to change. So look for something that's working, right? So even if you don't understand all the chakras, just pick the one that speaks to you the most. Pick the one that said, well, when she was talking about not speaking my truth, or not speaking up, or, not having the ability to say yes or no, that related to me. Okay, that's your throat chakra, right? So pick which one worked for you. Realize your inside alignment, what's going on the inside, creates your outside reality. There's congruency within your inside vibration and what's going on in your world today. So understand, if you are living in a world of chaos or you're living in a world of doubt or depression, it's because you're inside. That's the feeling that's going on inside of you, and you're creating that around you. And so, with this knowing, you get to begin to shift that now. You get to begin to change that so that you can create a life you love right now. Right now. So, your homework is that drop below your biggest takeaway from today or your aha moment from today's session. I do my best to read all of them and get back to all of them. We're going to have tomorrow is all about your emotions. So you really want to tune into that so that you get to move through some of that so that you can heal and release to create more. So what chakra, what's your tool? That's your homework today. And notice what's beginning to shift for you, because I promise you, as you begin to tune in what's shifting, you're going to see things that are shifting to you. Our prize for today's live participants will be announced tomorrow during our live session. And yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in. One more thing. Our 4th day is going to be a masterclass. So that's for you if you are ready to take your work deeper. And you have to register that's a Zoom class. So you want to make sure you register for that on Zoom, via Zoom. I believe the link's in the description here. If not, we'll drop it here. We'll make a separate post and make sure you get that. But you make sure you want to register for that so that you can come live and have an interactive class with me. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Drop down your chakra and what you're doing to help that chakra and your takeaway from today. Until tomorrow, have a fabulous, amazing, awesome day, and kiss your struggles goodbye. Bye now.